Very good. This will be marked as State's Exhibit 2 as a full exhibit.
Could we play?
You're allowed to play it. Fast forward.
Start at the beginning, please.
Thank you, whoever did that.
You recognize that vehicle that just came into view from right to left?
I do, yes.
What is that vehicle?
I believe that is Jason's truck.
Can you identify the house on the far side of this driveway in the foreground?
Yes, I can.
Whose house is that?
That is Jason's house.
At 41?
Yes.
Is this lighting consistent with what you recall?
Yes.
And you recognize that as the same vehicle?
I do.
Yeah, can you pause right there? You had said that earlier that you were able to see essentially Jason get out of his truck. Are you able to identify his door opening in this image?
I do not, but when I was watching further to the right-hand side of the window, so I was seeing the very...
Okay. Can you play? Can you stop it? And who is this who just left, apparently, your home?
Dad.
And now in the left-hand image, and it may require you to move forward, are you able to identify Mr. Levesque in the far left next to the porch?
I was not out at that time, so no.
Okay. You said you were able to see him from the window.
Yes.
Can we keep playing?
Yep, there he goes. I don't know, he's all the way up there. You better not do anything stupid. Oh, you better not do anything fucking dumb here. Cause is gonna... No, he's getting drunk! He hasn't got out of the jet! Ah! He just shot him! He just shot him! Hey!
Can you rewind that to... Yeah, right there. Were you able to see, Kyndra, your dad and Jason in the far image when you were inside?
When I was watching that,
Yeah.
I was.
Okay. And whose voice is that in the, I guess, background or the overlay of this video?
My mom.
Was fair to say your mom was also with you watching out this window?
She was not watching. She was just in the living room.
Okay. And can we advance it forward again? What's that? Yeah. Back from when they were at the truck, though.
You better not do anything stupid. Oh, you better not do anything fucking dumb here. Cause is gonna... No, he's getting drunk! He hasn't got out of the jet! Ah! He just shot him! He just shot him! Hey!
Can you identify who that is? And now?
It's my mom.
Is this when you came back into the home to get the towels?
I need to call him! Call 911.
And are you in fact calling 911 at this
Yes.
time? Okay. Your Honor, I believe by agreement the ID is struck and this has been now moved as a full exhibit in
Correct.
evidence.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
So we're done showing this at this point? Can we all go back where we are, or is there more testimony?
We can. I am good.
Good. Thank you. Go back.
I'd like it available for cross-examination.
It'll be available.
Bring the lights back up.
If I may, Your Honor. If I may.
Yes.
So you had testified earlier that the police arrived in short order. What happened to your dad afterwards?
He got taken to Frisbee Hospital, I believe.
And what did you do later?
I actually stayed at home, and my grandmother and my mom went to go see my dad.
Okay.
Yes.
And I assume your brother was at home.
Yes.
And did you stay with your brother?
Yes.
Is that parts of that video a fair representation of what you saw and experienced that night?
No, I believe it's correct.
Okay, thank you. I could have a moment here. Kyndra, thank you. Attorney Sisti has some questions. I
course.
appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, good afternoon.
Hi, Sisti. How are you?
I'm okay.
Thank you.
Everybody calls me that. Hey, let me ask you something, okay? We never met before.
Yes.
Okay. But that was horrific to watch, right?
Yes.
I mean, seeing your dad get shots is going to be about the most terrible thing.
Yes, it is.
Especially, I mean, a daughter and a father.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, I mean, you're dedicated to him, right?
I love him, yes.
And he loves you like crazy, right?
I like crazy, yes.
Right. And it's kind of a special bond, right?
Yes.
You were talking, you were calling Jason, but prior to the 4th of April, you didn't really know Jason, right?
I didn't know him too much, no.
No, I mean, there wasn't any real connection there between your family and his family, right?
No, not much, no.
Right. I mean, you live next door.
Yes.
He never bothered you, right?
No, I have not had contact with him ever.
Let me ask you something straight up, okay? On that particular day, the 4th of April, at that particular time, there was a voice that the jury heard on that video, and it wasn't yours, was it?
What voice was it, sir?
Yeah, it would have said, "I hope he doesn't do anything stupid." Did you recall hearing that?
I did, but that was not my voice, no.
No. Do you know whose voice that was?
That was my mother.
All right. And again, I'm going to say this, and I don't want to offend you with words,
Okay.
but there was also a comment that was, "I hope he doesn't do anything fucking dumb."
Yeah.
And who would that have been?
Who would that be towards?
Yeah.
I do not know.
This was after your father left the house.
This was, yes.
Okay. And you saw the video.
I did.
It's absolutely terrible, I'm sure, for you to see. I may have to ask you to see it again. Is that okay?
That is all right.
Okay. All right. But I'm going to ask you a few things about it, and then I think I'm going to ask that it be played again, just so everybody understands what's going on here, okay?
That is okay.
Okay. We're looking out the window, and it does show your driveway, right?
Yes, it does.
And the driveway is not plowed in any way, shape, or form, right?
No, it is not. We were going to have my friend's dad come plow it.
Right.
Yes.
And the Department of Public Works in Rochester had plowed that day.
Yes.
And you could see where they plowed because there was a ridge of snow at the end of your driveway.
Yes.
Okay. And that was there prior to Jason and the truck ever showing up, right?
Yes, we did have snow.
Yes. A great deal of snow.
Yes, we did.
Okay. And as you're watching that particular video, would it be fair to say you couldn't hear what was going on outside, right?
Yes, of course.
You don't know what your father said to Jason?
I do not know.
You don't know what Jason, if anything, would have said to your father, right?
You are right.
Okay. Hey, let me ask you something else. Did you ever meet Jason's daughter?
I have never.
Never.
No.
So what we saw in the video, and I'm probably going to have it rubbed up again. I hate to do this to you, if you understand. I really do. Okay. But what we saw was that your driveway wasn't plowed, and we saw Jason operating his plow truck out in the road, right?
Yes.
Okay. And there's that telephone pole, light pole, that's pretty visible in that video.
Yes, sir.
And you may not know this, but the jury went out with us this morning to that scene so we could all see it together.
Okay.
So now we're all talking about the same thing.
Of course.
And we know that that telephone pole, light pole, is on the other side of your driveway, the Levesque side of the driveway. Right?
It is. It's at the end of our driveway, yes.
Right. And we saw the plow truck plowing snow, and it only went up to the telephone pole, correct?
It did go a little past the telephone.
Okay. It wasn't blocking your driveway.
No, it wasn't, no.
And then what we see, did you actually see Jason get out of the truck?
I did not. I just saw them outside of the car together.
All right. So you saw your father approaching Jason, right?
No, I saw when my dad was walking away from Jason.
Okay, so you never even saw the initial contact.
No, I was upstairs in my room.
So you don't know how any of that started at all that evening, right?
I do not know. I just know it was obviously over snow.
Yeah, well, something was
Yes,
going on.
yes.
And obviously there was a shooting at the end of it, right?
Yes.
But you don't know what started it, right?
I do not know.
And you don't know how it got to the point where a firearm was used, right?
No, I do not, sir.
I'm going to, just for clarification, just so we make sure we know where the positions are and what took place, I'm going to ask to have that re-shown if I could. Thank you. I may ask you a couple questions as it's going, so you may want to take.
That is totally okay.
Okay, thank you. And we can run it to the spot, or a little before the spot where you ended it. I just need the graphics up to that spot. We got to go all the way back
I apologize. To the beginning or to?
to the beginning.
Beginning, or do you want the?
No, begin. The beginning's good. Okay, it takes a little time before we get to the action here. So, and again, this is your driveway, right?
Yes, it is.
And it's unplowed,
Yes, it is.
and it doesn't look like much action there some little tire tracks, but nothing out to the road, right? Okay. Not a lot of coming and going that day. Here we go. This would have been Jason's truck. Okay.
Will jurors hear the witness's answer? Yes? Okay, very good.
And again, you didn't see any of this either, did you?
I didn't know.
Right. But it certainly shows that night, doesn't it?
Yes,
Where's your bedroom relative to this location?
mine is upstairs, and you have a window on the top that points out that way, kind of.
Okay.
Or I was,
Okay, so you're actually looking out a window too.
at this time, no, I was in,
You're in bed.
yes.
Tell me when you're starting to look out the window.
I don't know my mom. And she said that.
Okay.
She was going for conversation.
Is this about where you get to see it?
No,
Yeah.
they were already talking.
They were already talking.
Yes.
Can you agree with me that Jason's truck is not obstructing anything on your property?
At the moment, yes.
And again, just to keep it up to speed, you still didn't see this part either, right?
I did not know.
Good. now, were you situated a little bit more to the right at this point?
I don't believe I was there right now.
Okay, you saw your dad later.
Yes, I did.
Okay, can we stop it right there for a second? Thank you. Jason's truck, you can hardly even see, right?
You can hardly even see from the corner that it's at. I was at the other corner.
I get it, but it would have been entirely away from your property.
What do you mean?
It wasn't near your driveway at that point.
You backed up, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was
So, yeah.
quite a bit of,
It
yeah.
wasn't in our property now.
No, it wasn't. And you'd agree with me that throughout the entire playing of this video that we've all been watching, that truck wasn't obstructing your driveway at all.
You can tell that the snow was being pushed at the end of our driveway.
It was pushed at the telephone pole, correct?
A little past the telephone.
Well, I mean, the jury sees it. Where's the telephone pole?
It's right there.
Right. It's on the other side of your driveway.
Yes. But it's still our driveway because there's 2 lanes of our driveway.
The jury was out looking at it today.
We have 2 different backing spaces. We have a car with 4 cars parked and we have a car with 3 cars parked. We have 2 different
Okay.
backing spaces.
We got it. You understand we were out there today, though, right?
I do.
Okay, good. Okay, so we can't see Jason's truck at this point. We see your father approaching the truck, right?
Yes.
You don't see Jason approaching your father at all, right? Okay, if you can continue playing.
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
I don't know if it's way up there.
Can we stop it right there?
You better not do anything stupid.
Thank you. You better not do anything stupid. Now, who said that? Your mom. Can you see? I know it's tough to see, but can you see that little bit in the corner where your father would have approached Jason?
I can right now, yes.
And it's your father going to him, right?
Yes.
Okay. And it's your father going right up to him, right?
Yes, I have a conversation when he said it was really good.
A conversation. Okay. Do you know if he threatened him? Did you hear anything? So you don't know what was actually said?
I didn't.
All right, we can continue playing. Thank you. Okay, can we
Oh,
stop?
you better not do it.
You don't know what's going on there, do you?
I don't exactly, because I'm not outside.
Right. You don't know if there was an exchange or if there was just a one-way conversation, right? And certainly you don't know what your father would have been saying to Jason at that. That is correct. Okay. All right, if we can continue.
No, he's getting drunk. He has a gun out of his cat. Ah! He just shot.
That's fine. I don't want to put you through that again, okay? Okay, why don't you grab a seat? Thank you. Thank you. So you'd agree with me, it was a fairly quick interchange there,
Yes, it was.
and unfortunately, you got to see something that was absolutely horrific.
It was, yes.
Okay. And you don't know what the exchange was between your father and Jason,
I don't.
so it's difficult for you to actually come to an actual conclusion as to what happened, right?
Of course, yes.
I appreciate you coming up there.
Of course.
You're brave. You know that?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just briefly. You had mentioned that there was a plan for, sounds like a friend's father to come plow.
Yes.
Do you know what happened to that plan?
We had it planned since like 5 in the afternoon, and he had work until like very late, and he planned on coming around 10 when we needed him to plow, and he got there 10 minutes later, And he called us to tell us he was here, and my mom was like, you need to leave, like something just went on. So,
And so he was supposed to come at about 5 o'clock, is what you just said,
Yes.
and he hadn't come.
yes.
Did you know the communications between your mom and your dad concerning?
I just know during that time we didn't know if he was going to end up coming, so we knew that we were going to have to probably hand shovel it.
Okay.
So it was
That was going to be my question. If he didn't show up, and he didn't show up at 5, how is that driveway going to be clear?
Yeah, we had work the next morning at 11, so we needed to clear it by that night or the next morning.